Hi, my name is Nabat. I am a certified personal trainer, and I'm going to run you through a 30-minute HIIT style workout. All you need is your body weight and a mat. Let's get started. You're going to start on your mat, seated. We're going to go in for a hip mobilizer. If you're much like me, and many of us are these days, we do a lot of sitting, so we're going to warm up our hips. So you're going to sit in a 90-90 position. That just means your front leg is at 90 degrees, your back leg is at 90 degrees. If this is too difficult, you could always narrow your stance, your choice. You're going to sit nice and tall, chest over knee. Your body is going to be like a wave. You're going to drop your chest down towards your knee, rolling yourself back up. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Breathing through this. Inhale up. Exhale down. Always important to work with your breath. You're going to feel the stretch through the outside of your hip, your glutes, maybe even your inner thighs. Whatever needs to stretch, we'll usually feel it. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. On your next exhale, you're going to meet me down at the bottom. Chest over knee. Shift your chest over towards your heel and over your knee on the other side. So you're just gliding forward and back, side to side. I'll show you what that looks like from this angle. So you're just shifting your weight from side to side. Hang out wherever you feel the tightest. So I'm feeling really tight here, so I'm just going to pulse back here and working my way back for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch sides. Watch the magic happen. You slide your legs, swing your feet, and you're going to go in for 90 degrees at the front, 90 degrees at the back, chest in line with your hip. Sorry, this is not your hip, this is your knee. Sitting nice and tall, deep breath in. Exhale, drop down, rolling yourself back up. Inhale up, exhale down. Your body is like a wave. We're just actively trying to mobilize your hips. Good. Coming down as low as you can, rolling yourself back up. Good. Using your breath, you always want to inhale on the easier part, exhale out through the harder part that allows you to get deeper into the muscles. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Your next exhale, you're going to meet me at the bottom. And shifting your weight over that knee. So your chest faces your foot and then goes over that knee. Sliding back, side to side. Remember, find your sticking points. It's usually going to be around here. So if you need to just do some small passes around here, you can. Good. It's always important to mobilize and warm up before your work. It reduces your risk of injury and makes it a lot easier to go through the workout. Great. We're going to go in for open book. So you're going to lie on your side. Your knees are going to be stacked, hip height. Hands come on top of each other. Again, your arms are in line with your shoulders. You're just going to slide your arms across your chest, letting it fall on the ground behind you like you're opening up a book. And you're going back over and opening up your book. It's also called an archer stretch. So pretend like you're pulling the bow of a bow and arrow. Really allowing your shoulder to drop onto the ground, your back of your arms, your elbows, your forearms, and the back of your hand. Really allow that to happen. This might feel a little strange. If you need to adjust and bring your knees back up, feel free to do so. We don't do much twisting in everyday life, so it's good to incorporate that in your workout. Good. 1 more. So you're inhaling here, exhaling as you drop back. We're going to flip sides. So I'm going to flip over. You're going to see it from the back. Show you what that looks like. So knees stacked, arms on top of each other. You're sliding your arm across your chest and really just unraveling it behind you. Really just letting that arm unravel. Good. Inhaling when your arms are in front of you, exhaling as your arms are crossing your body and you're allowing it to drop. You can also hang out at the bottom here if you need to and really just stretch your arms out. See how that feels. There's a lot of organic movement that happens if you just listen to your body. Good. One more. Good. I'm going to get you up into a seated position. And we're going in for wrist rotation. So we're doing some push-ups today. And most of us don't spend much of our time on our hands, or at least putting weight on our hands. So we're going to warm up your wrists. Biggest complaint I get from clients is when they're doing push-ups that their wrists hurt. So we're going to help combat that. You're going to be on your knees, toes tucked under. Hands are going to be right underneath your shoulders. You're going to shift your weight over your hands, and you're just drawing a big circle over your wrists. So the bigger the circle, the more intense this is going to be. So you choose your option today. The smaller the circle, the easier it is. We're going to go for 3 more, and we're going to reverse it. 2, and 1, and reverse it. Swinging over in the opposite direction. Notice how your fingers feel. Notice how the top of your hand feels. Notice how your wrist feels. We spend a lot of time on our phones, at computers. Lots of stuff happens in our hands and we don't pay much attention to them. So let's just give it a few moments here. Really just rotating over. Good. 2, and 1. One more. You're going to put the back of your hands on your mat, on the ground. And the further back you sit, the more intense it's going to feel. So you choose your option. I'm going to sit back. Fingertips are pointing toward your knees, and we're just stretching out your wrists. Good. All right, come up to standing. We're going to go into our activation. So we're going to start off at the bottom of your mat. We're going into a low squat to a plank walkout, and we're going to walk it back. So feet are going to be hip-width apart. You're going to sit nice and low as you can go. Hands down towards the ground. You're going to walk yourself out into a high plank. You're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it back to standing. Good. Arms overhead. Low squat. Hands down towards the ground. Walk it out. So we're working those hips a little bit. Good. And walking it back. Let's go again. Nice and tall. Low squat. Hands down. Walk it out. Holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. And walk it back, keeping your legs your knees as straight as you possibly can on your way back. 2 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one. Arms overhead. Nice low squat. Hands down towards the ground. Walk yourself out. 4, 3, 2, 1. And walk it back. Good. Come up standing. We're going to go in for monster walks. Bear with me here. This looks a little silly, but this works really great to activate your glutes. Feet are going to be hip-width apart. I'm just going to pull this back. Feet are going to be hip-width apart. Brace, your core is braced, slight bend in your knee, almost like you're in a fighting stance. Your feet are always going to stay this far apart. You're going to take 2 steps to your right, 2 steps forward, 2 steps to the side, and 2 steps back. Side, side, forward, forward, side, side, forward, forward. I'm going to turn so you can see what this looks like. So you're taking your steps, staying low, never coming out of your hips. So it's like you're drawing a big box with your feet. Good. Two more revolutions of this. You're going to feel this firing up in your quads, your glutes. Bracing your core, you're going to feel that core as well. Anytime I tell you to brace your core, pretend like you're wearing a girdle or a corset. Good, last revolution, guys. And then we get into the work. Good. Give your legs a quick shake. We're going to go in for our circuit. You have 1 minute of work, very little rest, and then 30 seconds of work. We're going to start off with squat pulses and a little jump rope. Get my timer going. All right. We're going to start the time. Feet are going to be outside your hips. Brace your core. You're going to go in for a squat. Come up. Pulse for 2. Actually, pulse for 3. And then up. Good. Down. Up. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Up. You're going to come down for your squat. You're going to do half pulses for 3. And then up. Squat down. Up, 3 pulses, 3, 2, 1, and up. Down, full squat, up. 3 pulses, 3, 2, 1, up. You want to keep your core braced, chest up. Full squat, hold down for 3, 2, 1. The movement is not large. We're almost there. Full squat, down for 3, 2, 1. Come up. 1 more squat, down, and up. Great. We're doing 30 seconds of jump rope. If you actually have a skipping rope, feel free to use it. Otherwise, we're going to fake it. Just nice light hops. You can kick it out. Fun fact, I suck at skipping, so I always go for the imaginary one. It's the coordination thing that's challenging. Just going in for those nice gentle hops, just rotating your wrists as you're doing it. 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Setting yourself up. Back for your squat. Feet outside your hips. Toes pointed out slightly. Ready. And go. So down, up. 3 pulses. 2, 1, and up. Good. Down, up. 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1. Notice my chest stays up the entire time I'm doing squats. What I don't want you to do is fall forward. So it's squat. 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1. How do you not fall forward? You sit back into your squat. 3, 2, 1. Good. Sometimes it helps to cross your hands over your chest. 3, 2, 1. Oftentimes people are like, what do I do with my hands when I'm squatting? Cross them, hold, whatever you like. Good. Less than 10 seconds here, guys. Full squat. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. And shake it out. Good. We're going in for your jump ropes. Brace that core. Always keep your core braced. When you have your core braced the entire time, that's 30 minutes of ab work. Hold your jump rope and kick it out. Going in for that jump rope. Rotating your wrists. Good. Flicking it out if you like. You can even go in for like double unders. Like to just go in for a nice light hop. Good. Almost there, about 8 seconds to go. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set of squats. Toes pointed out. Brace your core. You start off with your hips. We go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down and up. Pulse for 3, 2, 1, and drive. Down and up. 3, 2, 1, and drive. It's really important when you're doing your squats that you watch where your knees go. Your knees should always track out and not collapse in. So if you're finding your knees dropping in, push them out. 3, 2, 1, and drive. This is getting your heart rate up. 3, 2, 1. Who needs a gym? You got your body weight, and that's all you need. Full squat. 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Full squat. 3, 2, 1. Almost there, guys. Full squat. One more set of threes. 3, 2, 1. Up. Give it a shake. We're going in for our final 30 seconds of jump rope. Pick up the intensity here if you like. We go in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. You can always choose your level of intensity. If bouncing doesn't agree with your knees, you just step it out, tap it out. That works just fine. Or you can go in for double unders, play around with it. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a quick shake. Give you about 30 seconds here to catch your breath. Grab a sip of water. And we're going into our second set. All right, we're doing step-ups and mountain climbers. Now, a step-up can feel kind of complicated. It's not. Just focus on the movement. So we're doing one leg at a time. The most important part of this move is your front foot. The front foot does about 80% of the work. Brace your core. What you're going to do is you're going to push off with that front foot, step up, and step in, and then go back. You're going to step up and step in and go back. We're staying on the same leg. We're going to switch in 30 seconds. Stepping up and stepping in. Good. If you want a little bit more intensity, drive your knees up at the top and come back down. Nice and gentle. Drive up and back down. Drive up, touch, and back down. Anytime you're losing your balance, feel free to tap down. We're switching sides now. I'll show you from this angle here. So front foot, brace your core. That's where all the balance is. You're driving in that front foot. Stepping in, step in. Stepping up and stepping in. Good. Stepping up and in. Driving up and driving in. Notice how differently your right and your leg move. This side is definitely harder for me, which is why we train unilaterally, which means we train one limb or one side at a time. Good. About 10 more seconds here. Remember, again, if you want more power, you drive up in your knees and back down. One more. Bringing it up and going back down. Now you're going to step up, and we're going into our mountain climbers. Actually, you're going to stay on the ground. 30 seconds of mountain climbers. Now, your modification here, if you want to do this elevated, you can. You can use your desk. You can use a sofa. Any elevated platform will work. We're going to go on the ground. Staying in plank position, hands right underneath your shoulders. Actually, I'm going to do this here. Okay. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Coming into full plank. Knees between your hands. Knees between your hands. Keeping your hips down. This doesn't have to be fast. It can be if you want it to be, but we're gonna go nice and slow for this one. Time under tension means it's that much harder. 15 seconds, guys. Keep going, keeping your hips down. I don't wanna see this. Keep your chest in line with your hands. 8 seconds. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, and touch down. Catch your breath. We're going in for those step ups. If you want to double up your mat like I did for a little bit more support, you're welcome to do that. Catch your breath. We go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Using your front foot to push off. Use your core for balance. Driving up and bringing it back down. Again, we're looking for quality movement, not necessarily quantity. So for the 30 seconds, if you're able to do 8 really good ones, I'm happy with that. Touching up, back down. One more on this side. And we switch. Notice I'm tapping down between each rep, just so I have my balance. You're welcome to do that as well. Brace your core and push. Again, the front foot is doing 80% of the work. So you have to connect your mind with your body. Really think about driving that foot into the ground. 15 seconds. Drive up. Good, you can always just tap in and not drive the knee. Good. And down. We're going in for mountain climbers. Nice deep breath. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Brace your core. I just rolled my shoulders back so I'm not hunched over here like that. Hands underneath, toes out. We go in 3, 2, 1, go. So you're just bringing your knees in, slow and controlled. Keep your hips down. Oftentimes, people start to slide back. Stay here. This is far more harder and more effective than your hips up. Good, keep it going, guys. 15 seconds. Breathe through it. Push the ground away. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give your arms a shake there. Nice deep breath. Sip of water here. We're going in for one more round of work. We're going to focus on your core. And we're doing push-ups, because why not? So I'm going to show you a different kind of push-up today, not a conventional one. It's called a bottom-up push-up. Now the hardest part of the push-up is the actual push-off from the bottom. If you're doing a full-range push-up, you want to be able to come all the way down, push yourself up. We're going to modify it so we work on that bottom range. You're going to start off lying all the way flat down on your belly. Again, this is a modifier. I'll show you a couple of different versions. Thumbs in line with your armpits, slide them outside your mat. You're gonna have your fingers nice and wide. You're gonna corkscrew into the ground like you're opening 2 jars as you push yourself up. Keep your toes tucked under. Our knee is our anchor point. Brace your core, brace your glutes, and push yourself up. Good, and then lowering yourself down. Pushing yourself up, and lowering yourself down. Now, we're only working on the bottom range. This might look easy. It's hard. It's challenging. Coming all the way down, pushing yourself up. If you want a little bit more, I'll show you what the progression looks like. Push up to your knees, come up to your toes, and lower all the way down. Push up to your knees, up to your toes, and lower yourself down. A few more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push yourself back. I'm going to come back for those push-ups. Don't you worry about that. We're going to go into our dead bugs. Absolutely my favorite core exercise on the planet, hands down, no debate about it, because it works your entire abdominal chain. You're going to lie on your back. Hand, if you put your hand in between your low back, that space there, I want you to close it. So you want you to tilt your pelvis back, close that space. If you lift up your legs, that's going to help close that space. The most important part is to make sure that space is closed so you're not actually loading in your low back. Feet are flexed. Knees are bent at your hips at 90 degrees. Hands are going to come overhead, elbows in. You're going to extend one leg out and bring it back in. And then the other leg out, bring it back in. You don't need to touch the ground. It's actually harder if you don't touch the ground. Going in for that extension, keep your elbows in, brace your core, rib cage down. You're going to feel this in your entire abdominal chain. Modification here is just to tap down your heels. This in and of itself is intense. So if you want that full extension, you can go for it. Otherwise, you can go in for just the heel touchdown, making sure your low back stays pressed against the ground the entire time. Good, keep going. Good, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, drop your feet down, nice deep breath. Swing up, flip over. We're going in for those push-ups. Bottom up. Starting off at your belly. This is the only time I work out I'm going to tell you to lie down unless you're stretching, okay? So thumbs in line with your armpits. Hands outside your shoulders. Brace your core. Squeeze your bum. Twist and push. Lower yourself down. Twist and push. And lower yourself down. Twist and push. Lower yourself down. Notice my chest and my hips move as a unit. I don't want to see you do the worm. I don't even know if I can do it. This is not what I want to see. I want you to power in your chest, lift up your hips at the same time, push the ground away. Good. Remember your modification or your progression here is to go up to your toes and lower down. Good. 10 more seconds. Good. If you're here with me on your knees, it's plenty of work. I promise you that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flip over onto your back. We're going in for dead bugs. Last set, and we go into stretch and cool down. Knees up, close that gap between your low back and the ground. Feet flexed, knees 90 degrees over your hips. Hands overhead, elbows in, rib cage down. You're going in for your extension. Back in, extend, back in. Remember, you have the option of tapping down. If tapping down doesn't do it for you, but extending out makes your low back lift, you can point 45 degrees. That's also an option. You choose what works best for you. You're going to feel this in your entire abdominal chain. You can even have your arms up if you like. I like to keep them at my temples, elbows in. Good. Tapping down if you need to. Almost there. 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that air out. We're going in for your cool down and your stretch. Awesome job, everyone. Let's keep it going. This is where you get to treat your body and thank it for what it was able to do for you today. Point your toes out, rib cage up, fingertips reaching, like someone is pulling you at your toes and your fingers. Nice and long and extended. Lowering your heart rate by taking deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Giving yourself a little bit of a low back massage here. Good. You're going to drop your left foot, cross your right ankle over your right knee. You're going to push your knee away for a second just to open up that hip a little bit. And then you're going to grab the back of your left leg, and we're going in for a figure 4 stretch. If you want more glute stretch, you keep your left leg down. If you want some hamstring on top of that, you extend that left leg, pointing your toes towards your chest. You choose what you feel like you need today. I'm going to do a double here. Good, we're switching sides. Right foot down, left ankle over, right knee. Push your left knee away. Open up that hip. Good, you're going to grab the back of your right leg. Really just feel the stretch. You're going to feel this in your left glute. If you want more hamstring on your right side at the same time, you're going to extend up. And if you have trouble grabbing the back of your leg, you can always use a towel to help with that as well. Whatever feels most comfortable. Good. Rolling yourself up to a seated position. Good. We're going to stretch your wrists, the back of your hands on the ground. Just sitting back for a quick stretch through your wrist. Good. Rounding out in your back, so lacing your fingers like you're hugging a big tree. As you're doing that, come up to standing. Good. Hands behind your back, lace your fingers, drive your knuckles towards the ground, open up your chest, look towards the sky. And exhale, let it go. We're going to take 3 breaths all together. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale up. And exhale, let it go. That was your 30-minute HIIT workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. Have an awesome day.